Tracy with the Limelight Pet Project, and today on a very special day, it is co-founder Marika's birthday.
Woo!
We
Happy
are
birthday!
at one of my favorite places, one of our favorite places, Safe Horse Rescue in Redmond, and we are here with Monique and Carrie and Terry. And can you tell us a little bit about who we are featuring today? We have 3 horses here, but they're actually representative of a much larger group.
Yeah, Safe was involved 7 weeks ago with a large seizure with Pierce County Animal Control in Graham, where 27 horses were seized due to neglect. And we helped in the removal of those horses and now have been given ownership of the horses. So we're in the process of helping them get healthy, get evaluated for lameness, and know whether or not there can be riding or retired horses, and then making them all available for adoption.
Yeah, so tell us about these 3. Who do we have here?
Yeah, so closest to you is a horse that, as I was mentioning earlier, our volunteers are amazing and had helped during this last year's auction to get money for Safe and by getting baskets put together, and so all of them were gifted a naming of a horse. So each crew got to name horses, and so Hopper, I think it's from Stranger Things, the Hopper, yeah. We also have an 11, so there was a little Stranger Things vibe going on. But Hopper is an older horse. He's in his mid-20s, and we right away knew that he was visually, from the longer coat, the muscle condition, some other things, worried that he would have Cushing's, and he did test positive for Cushing's. That was one of the first things we did with the entire herd, was get blood work on anybody that we thought wasn't thriving or had any issues, including Cushing's or insulin resistance or anything like that. So that's Mr. Hopper. He is a big teddy bear, very, very sweet. Has been super easy to handle, loaded right into the trailers. We took him into the indoor arena with no other horses around, and he was super happy and confident in his own little self. He can just go for a walk when he needs.
He's like, I don't want to hold my feet still.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a boss with the other horses. He was definitely telling the guys what to go, and everybody needs to do a little pirouette right now.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, it's a lot to ask of them to just stand and have us talk. I mean, it's not their normal thing, right?
No, no. So the guy in the center, our volunteers named Jax. He's a 2008 registered Thoroughbred. He was raced, so we were able to pull his track name. He was Sir Gallagher is his name, and he's 15 years old. But our volunteers has named him Jax. And he, other than, which the whole herd suffered from, but some of these guys, the Thoroughbreds in particular, were really sore on their feet due to the neglected care. They need to have, you can just go forward. Just, yeah, sorry, there you go. Just make a big circle. He was tender on his feet when he first arrived. They actually have seen the farrier once the first week they got here, and then they're seeing the farrier this week as well for their trims. That helps alleviate some of the flapping over that happens where over time, if you don't trim your horse's frogs, there's a lot of bacteria that grows up underneath, and so part of what your farrier does when they trim their hoofs open is let the air circulate and dry so that you're not always getting those flaps where bacteria is growing. So thrush has been a huge factor in the soreness of most of these horses. So Jax at 15, we do hope that we can restart him as a riding horse. I'm sure that he has some arthritis from being a track horse, and the geldings love to bite and play.
I'm just giving them a wide berth just in case they decide to get a little bit playful.
But Jax will be worked at hopefully rehoming as a light riding horse. So he'll start that process. And then our old guy here is a 2001 baby. So he's up in his 20s now, and his name he is also a off the track thoroughbred named proud Texan.
Oh.
So we'll find out more about how much they've raced and things like that from their records, but we call him Sparrow. He is a very sweet guy. You can tell as if he walks around, you'll see he's got a very significant sway back. I'll actually turn him so you guys can see. So this guy's definitely retirement age, and he's pretty sore on his front feet when he arrived, whether there's abscesses that were blowing out due to the, you know, just wet climates and muck that they were living in. It does take almost a year for the whole foot to grow out. But we're already starting to see slight improvements. They've been wonderful for the volunteers and staff to work with. We've been grooming and getting any sort of like little bits of rain rot that we're developing on some of them. One has a really bad case.
For somebody that doesn't know what rain rot, can you explain?
Yeah, so horses left without shelter and proper grooming, and also immune systems are down. They will develop skin bacteria that then grows into kind of big pus patches. It's unkept. It can be. It's really disgusting.
Well, and it's painful too,
and it's
isn't it?
painful. And the worst case I ever saw, it's the whole back the whole upper layer just sloughed off. But these horses, there's a little bit of rain rots here and there. One horse has an extreme case of scratches, which a lot of a lot of horses suffer with scratches, but it needs to be treated, and they need to be kept in drier areas. And it also is an immune thing. So if your scratches can come on worse if your horse has Cushing's or has just a lower immune system for whatever reason they're failing, not thriving. So yeah.
What's your favorite thing about Hopper, Jax, and Sparrow?
Well, these three are quite the gentleman trio. We've been letting them play and turn out because they are boys, pretty rough and tough in their play. They like to go in the big arena, and all of them get down and roll in the sand and fart around and have good boy time. And I think that mine is just the most gentle one of them all. Look at, he doesn't even know. It's just joking.
Well, he's like I didn't
he
know
knows that I'm doing
time.
something. He's like, we're talking here. I'm just chilling. They all are quite characters. I'm really drawn to Hopper. I don't know about other people, but the older horse has a really special place in my heart. Sparrow too, just knowing that now that they've come into SAFE's program, they are guaranteed to have a lifetime of safety. One of the things that was really heartbreaking about finding out more about these horses, that 27 that came in, where all of them were somewhat thrown away at different times in their life. Even a young horse that's here, she's only 4 and she's already had 4 owners. SAFE is her 5th. I can't believe that. She's barely gotten a chance to start at life, and now she's had to be shuffled around.
Right.
So our commitment is to making sure that we've assessed, gotten healthy, know as much as we can about what their medical needs and behavioral attitudes are, and what kind of person can handle each of them. And then those that can be ridden will be ridden before they leave SAFE. One of our commitments to the public is not to give out project horses.
Right.
So one thing that I think might be confusing to some people is SAFE has the title, Save a Forgotten Equine Horse Rescue.
Right.
Where we rescue horses day 1, but day 2, 3, 4, they are SAFE's herd.
Right.
And they're living a wonderful life with our volunteers, with our staff, with the alumni. And so we're not asking people to rush to SAFE to rescue a horse. We're asking people to come and find their ideal match, their dream horse. Hopefully that's what we want to match up people with what they've always wanted.
Right. Well, and I love the way that you phrase it, how you said that it's kind of like dating your horse, right? To see which one you have the connection with. And you've also mentioned before, you don't want people to adopt a horse that they're not ready to ride today.
Yeah. So for example,
so that
Sparrow,
you'll be ready.
yeah, like I said, Jax, he could be a riding horse, and I very much hope that he could be a light riding horse. But I wouldn't want you to take him home unless you could get on his back, ride him, and feel 100% confident on him, because then you're just buying a horse for your trainer to ride.
Right.
Or buying a horse that you really are scared of and you never do get on.
Well, and they've already been through so much. They need somebody that's you know, can meet them where they are and can be their, you know, lifetime love.
Yeah. Yeah, and for the lifetime of safety through SAFE is the alumni program. We'll check on these horses every single year for the rest of their lives. We're in communication with our alumni and our adopters if they need anything, if anything should come up, but also just to celebrate their life with their alumni. I love getting photos and videos and updates from the alumni living their best life with their families, and we get to share in that after story too. So
he's found the spot.
I know.
He's like,
I love
thank you.
him.
That feels so good.
Oh, he is just a love.
So there were 27 adopted and you have 16 now?
Yep. So there were 27 horses that came through the seizure, and we have 16 left here, and they're all here at SAFE that are available for adoption. Some are already out on trial for adoption through some programs as therapy horses. Others, we're working towards here at SAFE getting through everybody's dentals. That was a big deal. I think we have our last 6 or 7 to do this week. They've all been vaccinated. They got wormed. Hi, your buddy's right here. And like I said, a couple of times a week now, our volunteers are out treating their hooves. Some of them worse case getting it daily done to try to get in front of this thrush and the deep sulcus. You just take him for a walk, okay? It's pretty cute. Yeah. I love thoroughbreds.
I do too.
I love geldings too, but the thoroughbred gelding combo is just. Yeah, you take that. They're like
buddy,
the labs.
You're funny. And he's,
you know?
and he's so...
Did you hear that on the can? Did you hear that? That was our friend here. He was groaning.
He was groaning.
These are such boys.
Oh, he's pooping.
Oh, he had a wide load.
It's definitely boy time.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hi. I mean, Jax is so just little and cute. He doesn't look like he's as old as he is. I mean, he's small for a thoroughbred.
15's young. Well, now you have to remember that with thoroughbreds, the year that it is, January 1st, he turned 15.
Right, officially.
So we don't know
not his actual.
Yeah. His exact date will be on his registry, and we can actually find out his birth. But yeah, so everybody, the thoroughbreds, the year of.
Oh my! He's like
the boys play.
So what's really great though about taking in a rescue with this many horses is that they do have a soft place to land, but you have such a variety of horses for people to choose from. So if they say, you know, I didn't connect with one of these 3 horses, you have so many others for people to choose from, and you really have a horse for any person that's looking.
In the next couple of weeks to months, we're going to have quite a few of these horses started as riding horses. There are companions like Hopper who are available right now, and he is healthy. He's had everything that he's needed so that we know he's healthy and a checks off. Ready to be adopted, and he deserves a lifetime of just easy going, and so does Sparrow here. I don't want to see somebody trying to ride a horse with a sway back like this. I mean, he's done his time, and he enjoys the good life now of eating, and they're good weights. They've they're all these 3 and have all been able to eat hay, and there's no major mash diets in the group right now. Some of the other horses were mash only diets, and they've been placed, which is wonderful. But yeah, it's about coming to SAFE with the kind of the question of, here's what I'm looking for. These are the type of things that I want in my ideal match. And then through the interview process over the phone, when somebody puts in an application, I'll talk to them. We figure out if there's a few horses here for them to come meet, and then we set up a time for them to visit. With the companions, I like people to come and brush them and take them for walks and get to see them and interacting with other horses. And then with the riding horses, like I said, coming out and being able to get on and ride, and know that this is the partner that you've been waiting for.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Terry, and thank you to you ladies and to you wonderful gentlemen. It's been nice to meet you, Hopper, Jax, and Sparrow.
Yeah.
And here's to hoping that somebody falls in love with one of these horses or one of the other ones that you have here on site, and that they come out and start the application process.
Thank you. Yeah.
Good luck, guys. Oh, they're like, one more kiss while I hold my rope. And this has been Tracy with the Limelight Pet Project. We shine the light on harder to adopt pets because their stories are worth telling.